There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Better. What does it mean? And what does it take to be? Better is self-discovery, a process of learning. It's never quitting and always growing. Better is being humble. It is embracing our differences. It is learning from others while giving ourselves for others. To be striving for greatness as much as to strive for the good. That's when we become better. We as artists, animators, filmmakers, graphic designers, app developers, game developers, we make better because we do not stop until we become the best. We are better.
I want to be a great creative director, create advertising that touches lives.
We are better.
I want to animate stories that will instill values to the next generations.
We are better.
I dream to be the first Filipino Oscar winner.
We are better.
I hope to bring the next gaming revolution to the industry.
The talents, the art, the values, the knowledge, the triumphs, and the passion inside me somehow can change the world to a better place. But I know to change the world, change must begin with me, with us. For we are better.
everybody. Good morning. Ayan. So how do we write a great headline for our stories or articles?
Machines right now are very optimized when it comes to handling searching.
Nagde-develop ka ng maraming characters mo by adjusting yung proportions, adjusting yung shape.
May gusto po bang mag-volunteer para mauna to present?
Apply nyo ng extrude. So, Control-E.
Okay, sino sa inyo may mga tattoo? O, si Julia daw, si Charles, may mga tattoo. Si Zel, dahil si Mama.
Today we're going to be discussing history of science, paradigm shifts, and revolutions.
Yes, Michael, roadmaps. Yeah, that is very good. Kailangan talaga may mga time frame tayo.
Ito lang yon, dapat naka-import lahat ng .js natin, yan lang.
Such that X is an element of A or X is an element of B.
So all we have to do is paste yung kinapi natin na keyframe and then paste it here.
So, ang number 1, I see na. Okay, she's going back to the top. Next, harmony and interdependence.
Dinadirect ng mata natin na from here, papunta dito.
Diba? So, you can do this on a separate layer to serve as your reference.
So let's start with the discussion natin. In continuation, we will be discussing the history of programming languages.
So kung makikita nyo, sa insert natin na method, pupunta sa dito.
Breakdown, binigay ng animator. And then in between mo yung 2, 4, and 5. To get 5, kailangan dumaan ka muna sa 4 and 5.
Thank you. And that ends our session for today.
Kaya kapag may mga concern kayo, consultation, so alam niyo naman kung saan nyo ako matatagpuan.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Ilang items po.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'll see you again next week, guys. Thank you for coming.
Good afternoon, people. Welcome to Marketing Me. We are live today for CIIT College of Arts and Technology. So today we'll be joined by speakers from Accenture and Cognizant. But before we start, we'd like to invite everyone for the prayer followed by the national anthem.
Here
mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you for that. So to officially start today's session, may we invite Ms. Jilly Ann Kirbiana, OIC Dean, to give us the opening remarks.
Good day, everyone. As the OIC Dean of the CIIT College of Arts and Technology, it is with much joy and enthusiasm that I welcome all the facilitators and participants of today's event. One of the most important objectives of the school is to prepare the students to be industry ready after their educational journey here in CIIT. CIIT, together with Jobs 180, has come up with the Career Talk in order to provide career preparation skills and knowledge relevant to today's standards in the arts and technology industry. We and Jobs 180 share the same values and principles in making this happen, and this activity shall help you to be one step closer to your ladder of success. The skills you learn and the pressure you face as a student will prepare you to succeed both in school and in life. Abraham Lincoln once said that the best way to predict your future is to create it. A lot of platforms are available nowadays to build your credentials, but with the help of Jobs 180 and our invited companies, this shall be beneficial to assist you in better honing your skills and achieving your dreams. We hope that you will maximize all the learnings that you will get from this event and eventually be able to use them in the future. Once again, thank you and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you for that, ma'am. So, okay. Welcome, people. So, may we ask our audience to please put this in the comment section as part of your attendance. The following info is full name, year level and course or program, and then school or the company that you belong to. Ayan. So please to our viewers, please put that in the comment section. And if you have friends who are not here yet, please don't forget to share this video with them. At the end of this event, there will be an evaluation form that will also be a part of your attendance. Okay. So here's our schedule for this afternoon. So our speakers are the following. We have Sir Kim Chua to be discussing online applications using the ResumeLink. Next, we have Jem Arenas of Accenture to be discussing career preparation and strategies. And lastly, we have Aaron Ancheta of Cognizant to be discussing current trends in IT and creatives industry. Ayan. So we hope you're excited as much as we are. So let's go to our first speaker. So our first speaker for this afternoon is Sir Kim Chua. He is the Managing Director for Jobs180.com. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. He is a trusted resource speaker and has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Ayan. So to our audience, please don't be shy to put in your questions in the comment section. After Sir Kim's talk, we will be opening the floor for the Q&A and we'll address all of your questions to him. Okay, so Sir Kim, if you're ready, the floor is yours. Please take it away.
Everyone, allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No? Not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan ang tinatawag nating ResumeLink. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number 1, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mo mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay, more than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na ResumeLink. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na anong mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, mayroon kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo, gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay, wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over-creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw yung makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So, sayang lang. So, you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpleto ang detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo, kayo lang may alam yan, at lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kayo ng account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay, lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis tayo makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Edi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or ano mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating ko sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-tourism at pang-HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat lang yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa 2 lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung 2. Kung 2 lang talaga alam nyo, din 2 lang. Ano tong 2 to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Sabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have, kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No? Ilagay mo sa loob ng resume link. Just transfer them here inside the resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So, yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga? Hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan. Ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, diba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede ka mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So, kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda yung sample yan. Okay? So, huwag kayong maglagay ng mga ganun kasi mga sample ng profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the ResumeLink is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kayang-kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Yung sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Diba? Halimbawa, o sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologies, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member na Akit Bahay Gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi magandang example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon, interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamala ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan, blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon ang dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is CI expert. Tignan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything from top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR napapabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo atensyon, gusto kanya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Diba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design? Diba? Gets mo ibig ko sabihin? Wag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pag nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pag-process sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, Sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo atensyon, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So, better make sure nandyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So, yan. So, tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So, you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, huwag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nag-submit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala nang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka nag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for La Cruz 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to your information soon. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan eh. Ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O, di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakakapagod yan. Hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo. Update-update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long band or short band paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No? Maliliit lang, parang business card na dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long band paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number 1, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secure na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganon. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data. Pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi. O, makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O, di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it. Enter, save it. Real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Di balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com, or email us, email me, here sa info@jobs180.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chua lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. Ayan. So to our audience, we are now open for questions. So if you have questions, just put it in the comment section. But we have prepared questions here. We got the question from the registration pa lang, sir. Ito yung mga questions ng mga students. So question number 1. Any do's and don'ts that we should keep in mind in creating a resume and marketing ourselves? Siguro sir, your favorite na lang po.
The do's and don'ts para sa akin is you have to be honest. You have to be honest, no? That's one of the most important thing that I will inform the audience. When you create your profile, do not fabricate information. Yan yung sa akin. Do not fabricate information kasi kahit ano pang gawin mo dyan, pag nagka-bookingan later on, pag nalaman to ng HR that you invented those information, you'll be subject to baka magka-criminal case ba kayo and all that. So I don't recommend that you do that. No, just write whatever is real. No, yung totoo man yan, lagay nyo as real as it gets. It's okay. Okay? Kung para sa inyo talaga yung trabaho, para sa inyo yan. Ayun. Yeah.
It's not like hindi nila mapapansin pa rin nila at malalaman pa rin nila.
Malalaman nila yan. Kahit anong bola nyo sa mga HR, mas bolero at bolera yung mga HR. They know how to decipher, no? They can see it, no? And they will read your actions.
This is a good question, sir. How do you balance being honest in job interviews and catering to their appeal?
How do you balance that? Ang sa akin, stay true to yourself. Wag ka magpanggap. I know when you go to the interview, there's a saying, but you always have to put your best foot forward. Now, the way I look at the interview, or when you go through that interview process, is that it's more of like getting to know each other. No? It's more of the HR getting to know more of you. So parang nagkukwento ka lang yan. No, parang nagkukwento ka lang about your journey. Kung meron kang work experience, they'll ask you, what did you do in that company? What was the most memorable or most significant contribution, perhaps? Or maybe the other way around. Diba? Ano yung pinaka painful learning mo dun sa company na yon? And again, para ka lang nagkukwento. Just tell them about what happened, ano yung mga facts, diba? And go through it. So ang sa akin, stay true to yourself. I don't want to say that you have to put your best foot forward. You just have to put both feet there. Okay? Wag lang yung best foot forward. Kasi if you put one foot in front, the other one gets left behind. Diba? So, you have to be there inside. Yun sa akin. Okay? So, I hope na-answer yung tanong mo, Ma'am Shari. Yan.
Thank you, sir. Next question. How do you negotiate salary? And is that okay when applying as a first-time job seeker? This is
isa sa mga mga sensitive yan, 'di ba? Mga questions parate, no? Sa akin, it's not wrong to negotiate about salary. It's not even a taboo because some HR would say, again, with respect to other HRs, I cannot answer for all of them. Pero para sa akin, it's okay if the applicant would like to know about yung sa yung benefits, yung mga compensation package na mayroon doon sa company. It's a matter of how you ask them. Yan yung importante. You have to be polite in terms of asking. Now, don't go to that interview without having any knowledge about the company as well, or ikaw rin mismo, especially if you mention here in the question, if you're a first-time job seeker, I don't think you are in the position to negotiate. I mean, I'm just being transparent because wala kang bala pa eh. The only thing that you have is your experience, perhaps in your OJT, in your internship. And yes, you might be very, very good, super academic. You excel in academics and all that. And definitely the HR will see that. Pero wala pa yung sa level to be able to haggle or to negotiate for a certain amount that you would like to get. Pero okay lang na pag-usapan. Okay, so you might want to ask, going to the interview, you can do a little research, more or less, you would know naman kung ano yung what do you call this, the salary framework, di ba? O yung parang more or less yung range ng ganong klaseng position or ganong klaseng trabaho. Then you coming into the picture, if you know yourself well, you know what you can contribute, and you also be humble then in accepting the fact that you are a first-time job seeker pa muna at this point. So you have to be able to put yourself then dun sa situation na makapag-adjust din para win-win. And if you want to ask politely, may I know, ma'am, respectfully, if the position I'm applying for would be ganito yung range po ba? May I know the range, more or less? Diba? Sometimes they'll ask you with a question. Balik nila sa'yo yung tanong. Diba? How much do you think do you want, or how much do you think you're worth, or how much are you looking for, 'di ba? Na trabaho, how much will make you happy. Sometimes they ask you 101 ways, no? Pero lahat naman yun yung bottom line. They'll ask you how much are you expecting, 'di ba? So sometimes they don't deliver you ganung tanong kaagad diretsuhan, pero ganun din naman yung gusto nila malaman from you. And then you also have to be honest and try to stay grounded. Yan yung word ko dyan. Stay grounded dun sa sagot ninyo. And accept then na if ever lang that the company could not meet your demands or your worth, then perhaps hindi matutuloy talaga yung job later on, 'di ba? But there's always other room naman and other doors that will open if that company that you're applying for will not work for you. Don't give up, no? Hindi naman isa lang ang kumpanya. Marami naman pwede i-explore din, 'di ba? Ayan. Pwede mo rin siya balikan later on, 'di ba? Pwede mo sabihin na I'll be back, 'di ba? Pag meron na akong more experience, 'di ba? Yan. Pwede ganun.
Thank you,
Okay?
thank you, sir. Sir, may dalawa pa.
Sige.
How do you present yourself to different HR personalities? I think they're asking kasi yung initial interview sa HR assistant or associate, tapos pataas ng pataas, nagiging panel, or minsan, director na yung kausap mo, ganun. So, how do you present yourself?
Okay, number 1, you have to prepare. Yan ang importante. Kahit sinong level ang kausap mo, whether the person you're talking to is just the initial screening or the final interview or the person who will be doing a job offer, treat them at equal footing. No, the reason why I say that is because alam mo yung kasabihan, hindi magkakaroon ng piso kung walang isang sentimo. Yun lang yung perspective ko. So you won't get to the job offer portion if you don't make it past the initial stages. So you have to treat every stage, parang you have to do your best in every stage, 'di ba? Para you reach your final goal, 'di ba? Yung pinaka-objective mo syempre to get hired. Now, in terms of different HR personalities, marami kasi ako na experience before as an applicant, no? There are HRs na beep lang ako, shout out sa pasintabi sa matatamaan. May mga HR diyan very friendly. Akala mo barkadang-barkada na kayo, no? Sa simula pa lang nag-usap kayo, sobrang okay na kayo, parang rubbing elbows na kayo. Now remember, yung ganung klaseng mga kausap, they're just trying to put you in your most comfortable situation. So do not let your guard down. Because ang diskarte ng mga HR, sometimes they want to see, parang pag relax ka na, then lalabas na yung tunay na kulay mo, and that's where they start to evaluate you. More so, lalo na kung yung mga interviewers nyo, kilala nyo, halimbawa, katropa ng kuya mo, kabarkada ng ate mo, or maybe classmate mo nung grade school, and you thought this is like, ay, mabilis lang to, kaibigan ko na to di ba? Hindi. Remember, at that moment, he or she is not your friend. At that moment, he or she is the HR. So you have to do your best in going through that interview, diba? So you have to put your guard up all the time. Yan ang important reminder ko dyan. Put your guard up all the time. Now, may mga HR naman din na sobrang sa simula pa lang, parang mga robot, diba? Yung mga pagkausap mo talagang hindi man lang ngumingiti, diba? Hindi man lang nag-flinch. Wala talaga anything, no? Sa pagkausap, talagang tuwid kung tuwid, parang mga kalesa, yung ganun, no? Tuwid kung tuwid. So, ang sa akin lang, again, you have to empathize. Kasi kailangan mo makisabay di ba? You cannot be bubbly and be all that kung kausap mo sobrang diretso, di ba? And at the same time, if you meet someone naman na sobrang bubbly, wag ka naman sobrang stiff. Baka naman ma-feel niya parang, ano ba tong kausap ko? Hindi man lang mabiro. I'm cracking a joke, pero yung tawa niya, he. O di ba? Hindi kailangan di ba? Kailangan maki-ride ka rin. So you need to be able to demonstrate some of those people skills. Depende rin sa sino ang kausap mo. Okay, but generally, ang tip ko lang dito is always put your guard up. Okay? Always put your guard up. Kahit saan pa yung interview na yan, whether that is in a canteen, in a coffee shop, 'di ba? Or in the lobby of the office, 'di ba? Or inside the office, no? Kasi kung saan man yung location, kahit virtual, take it seriously. Okay? And always put your guard up. And don't worry, pag ready ka naman sa interview, pag nag-research ka sa kumpanya, I think you don't have to worry about anything. 'Di ba? Kung may mga minsan lapses tayo, 'di ba? Minsan may mga slips tayo sa pag-communicate natin. Don't worry, 'di ba? May mga na-interview ko nagkaka-PNF. 'Di ba? Sometimes they ulitin mo lang, 'di ba? Okay lang, edi normal lang, 'di ba? Sometimes mali yung grammar mo, edi ulitin mo lang din. 'Di ba? If you need to speak in straight English, then try your best. If you cannot, because for some reason natatangtide ka kasi nagkakamali-mali ka pag straight English, then you might want to ask permission, 'di ba? Would it be okay, sir, if I answer you in straight in Taglish? 'Di ba? If that HR tells you it's okay, then pumalakpak ka na sa tuwa. Then by all means, do your best. Taglish na eh. Pero pag sinabi nila, no, 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 you have to answer me in straight English because the position you're applying for requires English communication, as in straight. Wala na. Do your best, 'di ba? You have to, as in, do your best to answer in straight English na. Ganun na 'yon. Okay? So, yeah, I think it's easy, no?
Thank
You'll
you,
get
thank
there.
you, thank you, sir.
Oo.
Thank you, sir. No, thank you, thank you, thank you. To our audience, if ever you have questions, if ever you want to tell us anything, you can message us on our Facebook page directly because we have no more time and we have
No
to
more
move
time.
on to our
Okay.
next speaker. Ayan. So kung may mga hindi nasagot si Sir Kim, lagay nyo, chat nyo sa amin sa Facebook. Ayan. Thank you, sir. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Thank you. Be safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir. All right. So next up, we have career preparation strategies to be presented by Accenture. Presenter for today is Jem Arenas, recruiting analyst for Accenture. Sorry, talent supply demand analyst for Accenture. Finished a degree in BS Management Accounting at prior to joining Accenture in 2018, he was part of BPO companies such as JP Morgan Chase Bank, QBE Insurance, The Results Manila Incorporated, and Conduent. He's also able to work in different line of businesses like mortgage, home equity line of credit, mobile provider, cable provider, internet phone, home security, telecommunication, property claims, and healthcare. With over 14 years of work experience, he has honed his skills and learned different competencies in people management, Lean Six Sigma, service and delivery, training and development, and currently he's handling projects from North America as a talent fulfillment analyst in Accenture. Ayan. So I was reading the entire bio note. Ayan. On the screen now, can we welcome Jem Arenas? Hello,
Hi,
Jem. How are you doing?
hi, Shari. Thank you so much for that wonderful
Hello.
introduction. I'm doing great.
Can we test your screen?
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I will be
Okay.
sharing my
So
screen.
it's
Okay.
up. Yeah, it's up. It's up. It's up. So you know the drill. I'll leave the floor to you, and then I'll be back for Q&A in a bit. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Jem. See you later.
Hi, everyone. I'll be talking about interview tips, and you may reach out for questions and feel free to ask me if I'm talking too fast and if you need clarification. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so I'd like to present to you our skills to succeed. So this particular tool is created for job seekers, those that doesn't have any experience, and if you want to be guided on your application and other skills. So there are certain interactive modules available on this site, and you may register. I'll show to you the code that you can use that's free of charge. So the site is https colon slash slash s2sacademy.ph. So if you want to find a job and then you want some guidance on your first day of job and other skills that you want to learn, you can visit the site and um, take advantage of those online training. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so we'll talk about acing your interview. So the main key on how to ace your interview is, of course, preparation. So what are the things that you need to do before your interview? Next slide. Okay, so you'll have to prepare for common interview questions that will be asked. So, example of that is, can you tell me a bit about yourself? So you'll have to structure your answers by having a short opening statement ready in your mind. Then you need to give a brief overview of your professional skills and expertise, and then ask the interviewer if they'd like you to expand anything. So that's a quick check if you missed anything, or you would also check there if the interviewer is interested to know more about your skills and expertise. Then why do you want to work for this company? So you'll have to pick the 2 points that you like about the company, show that you have done your research on other companies that work in the same field, and then say why you want to work for this firm over the competitor. So um, make sure that you do a research on the background of the company, the industries, and the service that they provide. So you might be asked, and related to that is you might be asked as well if are you applying, and do you know the roles and responsibilities of the job that you are applying for. So at least um, you'd be able to elaborate why you are trying to apply for the company and for that job. Then next is what are your strengths? So sometimes you would be asked on your strengths and weaknesses. So you need to do self-assessment, need to check what are things that you're good at, and then you'll have to explain that why you're good at it. And then you can provide examples on how you were able to demonstrate these strengths in the past. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so you also need to prepare for difficult interview questions. You would be asked why there are gaps in your employment. So, for example, you haven't been working for 1 year, for 2 years or more. So, you'll have to explain why you were not working, and then you need to pick 2 or 3 activities, trainings, or experiences you've had, and then explain why you've learned and how it will help you in the future. So you have to be very careful, and you need to check on your resume on the dates, the employment duration that you have, for the date specific that you were not working. May it be personal reason, health condition, or you have um, attended other trainings to develop your skills. Then keep it simple and short. So it would be easier for you to defend any or answer any follow up questions from the interviewer. Then you'll also be asked, how do you handle criticisms? So you'll have to structure with an opening statement, describe the time when you were criticized, say how you handled it and what you have learned from it, focus on positive things that came out of the situation. So normally, if you have work experience, or it could be in school or on the job training, if you're still studying, if you were called out for a certain task that you were not able to do, or there's tasks that you need to correct and deliver on a certain deadline, and then you have to position your answer in a positive way, that although you were struggling, for example, although you were struggling to complete the certain task because it's complex and you needed more time to complete it, you were able to deliver it with good quality, meaning there's no error, and delivered based on the requirements of either your client or your boss. Next slide, please. Yal, can you please play the video on the previous slide? There. Okay.
You never get a second chance when it comes to an interview or comes to seeking a job. The first impression is key. One of the things you want to do is prepare. Look at how you're presenting yourself. The presentation is key. How you're dressed, how you come across. Practice those things, because there's only one time that you get in that interview.
Being nice is the best way to go. Always be nice to each and every person on your way to the interview. I remember my first year out of school, graduating college, my first interview, I was walking to the place. The person in front of me had dropped some papers. I helped her out with it. We go to the same floor. Lo and behold, I found out she was the one who was interviewing me. So you never know who you're going to meet. You know, they say it's a small world, and it really is a small world. And yes, I did get that job.
Next slide, please. Okay. So aside from first impression, of course, we have to show our best on the first interview to make or to attract your potential employers. So we also have to take note of our body language, which is very important. Now, let's talk first about posture. So, your posture reflects energy, enthusiasm, and self control. So, it demonstrates your interests and professionalism to the employer. You have to stand and sit upright. Slouching does not reflect a positive attitude and will come across as too laid back. Do not cross your arms. This looks insecure and is defensive. Be open and alert. Eye contact. So eye contact shows interest and attention. So maintain eye contact, but do not stare. If you are uncomfortable with this kind of body language, look at the interviewer's nose and it would have the same effect. Then do not let your eyes wander away from the interviewer. So you have to focus to show put your 100% attention during your interview. Next slide, please. Handshake. So a handshake is professional and polite. So it creates a good fresh impression. So a dry, confident handshake reflects a strong personality and is what most employers are looking for. So you also have to try and match the strength of your interviewer's handshake. So usually they would like to um, give you a hint that you have aced your interview or they are really indeed interested to hire you. So you would notice that on how your interviewer will do their handshake. Hand gesture. So it's okay to use your hands when answering questions to show passion in animation. So how there's a risk of overdoing this. So do not exaggerate hand gesture or fidget when you are talking. Try to answer an interview question in front of a mirror to help you understand how much you move your hands while talking. So sometimes some applicants would tend to move their hands a bit when you are trying to express. So be mindful that you do not show that you're not that confident because that would also be obvious on how you move your hands, how you talk, along with your eye contact. So you have to present that you are sure with your answers and are very confident during the interview. Next slide, please. Last but not least, smile. So a smile goes a long way. So this shows the interviewer that you are comfortable, confident, and engaged. So it will also encourage the interviewer to smile back at you, making you feel more at ease. So it feels like you're having that vibe, that positive energy, and that you would become a good candidate. And that's just don't overdo smiling. So that it shouldn't appear as you're already grinning. Okay. Next slide, please.
The power of posing. Power posing is the act of taking a posture of confidence, even when you don't feel so confident, and making yourself feel at ease. Power posing a couple minutes before an interview can decrease stress and boost confidence. There are many poses you can take moments before your next interview, but here are a few of our favorites. Wonder Woman. Push your chest out and put both hands on your hips. Stand with your feet apart. President. Rest your feet on the table, put your hands behind your head, and lean back. Careful not to fall back. Tarzan. Lean forward with both hands on the table. Cheerleader. Stand tall, feet apart, shoulders wide, and hands up in the air. You can put your hands into fists for an extra boost. Billionaire. Rest your arm on the back of the chair you are sitting in, put your feet apart, and recline. Adding a little confidence allows you to put your best foot forward. At your next interview, if you're feeling a little nervous, remember to pause, take a breath, and try striking a power pose. Good luck!
All right. So take note of the power pose that you need to do. So of course, if sometimes we feel very nervous as the start of our interview, so those are the things that you could do to warm up and make you feel at ease. So you don't feel that nervous when you attend your interview. Next is let's talk about the unwritten rules. Next slide, please.
Ace your interview. 5 secrets to success. 1. Make a good first impression. Your interview starts from the moment you walk into the door. Greet your interviewer with a firm handshake, warm smile, and eye contact. Make sure your cell phone is on silent and is put away so it's not a distraction to you or the interviewer. 2. Dress for success. Make sure your clothes are clean, unwrinkled, and fit properly. Avoid wearing very heavy makeup or over accessorizing. Be light on the perfume or cologne. 3. Talk clearly and concisely. Take your time when speaking so your interviewer can understand what you are saying. Don't rush through your answers. At the same time, be concise. Make sure you are answering the question that was asked. 4. Give thoughtful responses. When answering a question, give just the right amount of information at the right pace. If you need to, pause for a few seconds to think about your response. Not too fast, not too slow. Not too much information and not too little information. Remember the CAR technique: context, action, result. 5. Maintain positive body language. Have good posture and look alert. Ask questions and be curious to show you are interested in the job. Relax and breathe. You will do great. Good luck.
Okay. So in summary, you've learned how to prepare answers to common and difficult questions, recognize the importance of preparing questions to ask during an interview, how to demonstrate good body language, and list useful interview tips. So in order for you to improve yourself and to prepare, you also have different guides available online. You can search other questions. So those are just examples of the questions that will be asked during interview. If you are a visual learner, there are certain video clips that you could take advantage through Google or through YouTube. So there's a lot there. You could utilize that and practice. Of course, you can practice answering question in front of the mirror, how you pronounce the words, how you answer your question. You can ask a buddy or a relative, a friend, or your parents if you want, in case you'd like to prepare for your first job, then that could help. Now, last item. So I'd like to present to you again our S2S Academy.ph. There are certain courses that you can take advantage. Visit the link https colon slash slash S2Academy.ph. Register and use this code 05CRCF. Also, I'd like to invite you to venture and check career opportunities for Accenture. So apply on the link. So that's https www.jobs180.com slash Accenture. Okay, next slide, please. So we're on the last part. So if you have questions, feel free to ask and put that down on the comments.
Thank you, Jem. All right, so to our audience, the comment section is now open for your questions. They actually put in their questions on the registration, so I read some of it po. First question: any lesson you learned, any lessons that you learned as a first time applicant? Would you share a couple of it po?
Sure. So just to share, for the very first time that I applied, so that was, I think that's 15 years ago. So just to give you a background, so I'm from the province, so my accent and how I speak is totally different from few years ago. So those when I applied, so I was from Negros Oriental, that's a province in Visayas. I went here in Manila to try and apply for a career opportunity. So most of first feedback that I received because I applied in a call center on one of the prestigious call center way back when I was that young. The way I pronounce and then the grammar lapses, and then of course I'm very nervous because it's the first time. So I listed down those feedback, and then I challenged myself from that on that I need to improve and I want to learn, so that it could add up on my skill. Communication skill is very important, how you talk to your managers, to your clients. So it would be very helpful. So um it's normal that we feel bad, but it's normal to be rejected, because if you are not rejected, you would not learn from it. So from there you assess yourself, these are the things that I need to work on. So from then on I tried to keep reading ebooks, because books are, it's bulky, and then practice how to pronounce. And then I write in English, movies, I watch movies that are in English, until such time that I was able to land a job on a call center job, and then enrolled to their communications training. And there, the accent got neutralized, and I became more confident in terms of communication. So you don't feel bad. It's normal that you get rejected. As long as you keep on challenging yourself to improve yourself, then you're good to go. Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
That
welcome.
brings us to my next question.
Okay.
How can we stay motivated after countless of rejections? Because for example, many of my applications will be rejected in the future. Like if I'm a job seeker now, syempre I would expect na hindi naman lahat 'yun matatawagan ako. So may mga instances na hindi ako magpo-proceed sa next step. So how can I stay motivated even if I'm not qualified or I got rejected? Po.
Okay. That's a good question. So you do not focus on um being rejected, because that sounds that you're too negative. Focus on what are your goals, what do you want to achieve. Because if you have a goal, no matter how many times that you are rejected, like I want to have a job because I want to support my family, if you're a breadwinner for example, or you have to look after your siblings, or for your personal plans, like you want to save to buy your family a house, or if you have a family that you need to support. So there are certain reasons that would drive you on on how you get motivated to apply. So to tell you honestly, guys, I've been rejected for so many times, not just once, twice. That's more than 10. I cannot count it, until even when I was already a team manager. I got rejected as well. I applied to different companies, and then I landed over to a certain company, and then I got promoted. I tried to apply once, and then I didn't get the post. So it's all up to you on how you manage that feeling, because it's okay to feel bad and then you feel sad about it, but you must focus and get back to your goal, that I want to do this. And then check again on what are the things that you have not done, and what are the things that you could do. So that's how you do it. Life goes on, and apply and apply. And I will tell you, you have a lot of opportunities, even online, Facebook, Google, Jobs 180, and other companies that are looking for people to apply. So it's all up to you to check those resources. And if you don't get hard once, apply as many as you can, 10, 20, that's okay. Exert effort, and do not give up. So I guess that's what I could really recommend if you'd be applying. And always look forward, because if you just focus on the negative things, then it stops you there. I will not apply anymore because I got rejected. What if? It's not what if. So always look a brighter future ahead.
Yun. So, stop comparing yourselves to other people's timeline, guys. Ang kayaban nyo lang
Yes.
dito, sarili nyo. Yan. So
Correct. Very well
next
said.
question.
Okay,
Next
go
question.
ahead.
What are signs that we need to change careers and how to have the confidence and resources to change careers? For context, the viewers today are from the animation, graphic designers, CS major. So that's their line of ano sir, industry ganyan. So can we please ask what are
Sure.
signs
Uh,
that we need that para ay okay change career na ako or paano ko magiging confident na sige change career na ako. It's not an easy question.
yes. So it's a two-way process actually. So you'll need to check first. Go back to the main reason why you are on that job. Like if your is your goal like you want to explore, learn, and improve your skill on that particular job, or you just chose to do that because you have no choice, or your focus is more on financial, because if our goal is just financial and then there's no more value that you don't see it on that job, then tendency is any person would not see the value of, no matter how higher your pay gets. If you don't see the value and you're not happy, sometimes people leave companies because of their employers, due to stress of work, mental health condition. There's a lot of reason for you to leave. So when you reach at that point, you assess yourself, because sometimes when we are disappointed, when we are so tired, you are pressured with the deadlines left and right, and you tend to be not happy anymore and you don't understand the things, so you choose to rest. Always take a rest if you feel that thing, because if you're tired, tendency is you decide right away, you're emotional without considering your options on what you are going to give up. Then you might regret your decision, because right now it's pandemic, right? With the economic crisis that we have, so you have to be very practical with your decision. So you have to check. But if your goal is, I want to try something else, to add additional skill, because I want to challenge more, well, that's good. You could still proceed in changing your career. But remember, you also have to check when you apply if you have that skill. For example, if you don't have that experience and you want to shift to a career and you're not ready, you don't have any experience, and then you have competitors, other applicants who have more experience and certified on those field, so it's going to be risky for you as well. And if you are, again, I always relate my decision in terms of my career and my responsibility at home. If you are a breadwinner, you have your parents or your sibling you are supporting, and then the prices of the commodities keep on rising, and are you just gonna give up? Do you have savings? So what's gonna happen to you in 1 to 2 or 3 years? So always look forward and consider your emotions if you are really wanting for a career change, because again, you're going to regret it if you'll just decide because you are tired and you feel that this is toxic. And assess yourself as well. If your work becomes toxic and your boss calls you out, did you provide or did you execute the requirement from you? Because probably there's also some missing or opportunities on you that you need to improve. If there's a tendency you're missing deadlines, tendency is you'll be called out oftentimes, or just by being late, in coming to work or being absent. So it's a two-way process. So it's important for everyone, for us to relax and unwind. So it's not a waste of time, because as I can relate, I also feel that way sometimes, that am I doing it right? So I need to step back and relax and breathe and relax, and then your judgment will be clear, and okay, I just needed time to relax, and I just don't need that change career because of some stuff. It's normal to get tired. Sometimes you also cry because you are stressed and pressure at work. So always meditate and take time, your me time. Spend time for yourself, being alone, and then do self reflection, and then revisit your goals and timelines. So do not be pressured on your achievements as well. Do not, again, what Shari said, do not compare yourself on what others achieve. You are the reflection of yourself. Okay? Hope I
Thank
answered that question.
you, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So to our audience, if you have questions, if you want to explore the vacancies for Accenture, it's available at the link on your screen. It's jobsandco.com/slash Accenture. So that's where you scroll through the vacancies, explore their companies. Dun nyo malalaman lahat bago kayo mag-apply. Ayan. So thank you, Jem.
All right. Thank you so much for your for the opportunity. And again, I invite everyone to apply on the link Chavs 180 slash Accenture and hope to see you in Accenture Sunday. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
thank you. Hope we get to invite you in other sessions. Thank you
No
po.
problem. Welcome. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. All right. So next up to discuss current trends in IT and creatives industry, we have Sir Aaron Mitchell Medina Ancheta, RN, Senior Recruitment Coordinator for Talent Acquisition Bureau for Cognizant Philippines. He is a registered nurse 2010 to present and worked as team leader and regional business manager in two international executive search. He has years of experience recruiting in IT industry for APAC-based institutions and managed specialized teams of recruitment consultants and guided them to be successful in their chosen niche. He has worked as a team leader and regional business sorry he worked as a before all that he worked as a nurse in Singapore and was a medical oncology blood and marrow transplant nurse over at St. Luke's QC. He has an orthodox approach in internal and external recruitment, providing bigger pool of prospects and hires to the company. May we welcome to the screen Sir Aaron Mitchell Ancheta. Hi, Sir Aaron. Good afternoon.
Hello, hi, good afternoon. I think I
Can
got
we test your screen?
yeah, sure. Uh,
Today po, we are joined by the students of CIIT. So they have varying courses, almost always in line with tech, IT, graphic design, yan sir. Yan. So sir, your presentation is up. I leave you
yeah,
to it. I'll be back for Q&A in a bit.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Sherry. Thank you. Hi, hello everyone. I'm Aaron and I'm from Cognizant Philippines. And today I'll be sharing with you my insights about the current trends and emerging technologies in general. But I'll cite some new trends in terms of multimedia arts and other creatives related technology. So before all of those, let's have a backstory. So before COVID-19, well, the pandemic has suddenly and deeply changed our lives in a way comparable with the most traumatic events in history. So um, if you can remember March 2020, the days before the coronavirus hit, nostalgic for that life, for that kind of living before COVID-19. So many has changed over time, and I can say that in terms of technology, globally, it took a quantum leap. And I will be presenting to you this afternoon the most common technologies or emerging tools and technologies uh, that is trending right now. So yeah, these are the things that we used to do before COVID-19. Just take a quick read there. Sometimes I remember before the pandemic struck, we had a lot of job fairs, and as an applicant, we used to go there physically and hand out multiple copies of our CVs. So, but now all of the career events happen online. So, uh, so this pandemic has transformed pretty much all businesses, and these businesses faced a huge challenge. But at the same time, these challenges also pose as opportunities. And a lot of business now are leaning towards digitalization, and they are all prepared to groom us, to transcend us. So the only question remaining is, are we ready for that change? Are we ready to transcend? So let me ask you this: what's your game plan? If in case you're not ready or somewhat half baked, I'll ask you what's your game plan. So I'll just run through this quick now. For students who would be entering the professional world soon, you should consider or research on the following topics: your industry landscape right now. You should know or you should see how your industry becomes reliant in technology, whatever your course is. Latest industry trends. Are there trends in your industry that's evidently resolving the problems this pandemic has caused? For example, is everyone working remotely? Is everyone using this type of tool which is new in the market? Things like that. Which goes to the next bullet: latest industry tools and technology. You should know what tools are commonly used in your specific industry, whichever industry you're part of, and of course, industry-wide forecast. Let's say for the next 5 years. If you're a fresh graduate, you should consider the following. What skills did I gain from school? Did my school teach me a lot of new technology? Did I experience hands-on manipulation of those tools? What skills are in demand right now? What are the companies where I can utilize and grow my skill set optimally? And again, industry-wide forecast for the next 5 years. And if you are already a working professional, you might want to consider the following. Is my current employer leveraging on technology? Of course, some of the companies offer free trainings. Some of the companies does not offer that kind of training. So you have to consider that. Do we have trainings for new tools and technology? Is your company providing you new insights on the upcoming technologies that your company will be using in the next coming months or in the next coming year? What are my transferable skills from manually doing something into automating something? Am I ready to learn again? Of course, we should evaluate our readiness to learn new things. If we're so used to doing manual stuff, are we ready to learn how to digitalize our work? And of course, how can my current network help? So as I mentioned in the previous slides, for all those three kinds of viewers right now, the common denominator is you should know what's trending in your market. So let me just cite just a few technologies or trending topics right now in the IT industry. So first off is artificial intelligence. Among all those points, artificial intelligence helps a lot of businesses in their decision making. Um, it took a quantum leap recently because it posed great benefits to a lot of businesses. By enabling business owners in deriving the right strategy and the right decisions for their businesses. So to understand more about artificial intelligence, I would like to share with you a short clip about how AI is transforming retail. Let's watch.
Cognizant AI presents Winning with AI, Transforming Retail.
Good morning, Michelle. I have two updates. Due to traffic problems near the downtown store, a drop in customer foot traffic is expected. I recommend deploying 3 downtown staff to our uptown location, and today's revenue will increase by 8% at no additional cost.
Confirm.
Secondly, 2 trucks broke down overnight and will take 4 hours to repair. If we rent replacement trucks this morning, we can keep all of our shipments on time with a small cost. Would you like me to arrange the rentals?
Send.
I've also scheduled the spring planning session.
Oh, you're good.
With evolutionary AI, business leaders quickly understand what's happening, why it happened, and receive proactive ways to stay ahead. Evolutionary AI augments business decision-making. It identifies problems, opportunities, and generates multiple decision strategies that understand the available resources and how to deploy them for maximum results. Leaders now optimize to achieve their objectives and harness AI to design the best possible implementation. Evolutionary AI models a business and tests strategies to anticipate the likelihood of success. It understands constraints and can even prescribe the right spend to connect the right customer across every channel. Are you ready for AI?
So there, AI is actually a marriage of a lot of aspects in the IT industry, and one of those aspects is digital experience. So digital experience is a combination of proper visualization and user friendliness, tied into one. You know, Here comes our front end developers, our UI UX developers or designers. This is where they come in, and this is actually the goal of each businesses. If they are using digital platforms, mobile platforms, or web platforms, to achieve a really good customer experience, using their applications or web applications or mobile applications. So to understand more about digital experience, I have another clip here about us designing digital experience that matter. So again, let's watch.
Cognizant is at the forefront of designing the digital experiences that are becoming part of our everyday lives. We use human insights based on social science to create smart products and services. We apply AI and analytics to consumer experiences and deliver content to the right person at the right time through any device. We've helped a major auto manufacturer redesign the car experience and their long-term business plan.
Reserve parking. Parking spot reserved. Traffic ahead. Choose alternate route? Yes.
And modernize the retail experience for companies, employees, and customers with products and services that keep users connected.
Connect to home? Yes.
Everywhere you go, everything you touch, Cognizant is bringing the digital economy to life.
There, as you saw in the video, the user interface used might seem surreal. it might seem like it came from a sci-fi movie, but no, it's partially happening now, and I personally believe in the next few years that will be the kind of user interface, you know, UI design that we will be having, globally, because of the innovations right now. The economy relies on a very agile approach of businesses in engaging a lot of customers, and how to engage customers, of course, through digital experience, user friendliness, the visual presentation, data visualization, most importantly, etc. So um, we had AI and digital experience. Now, if you combine that, churning data into large chunks, and then presenting them, visually, you come up with intelligent process automation. So intelligent process automation is pretty much all of the trend combined. And when I say automation, it's less human work, and those repetitive tasks can be left for computers to work on. And it's pretty evident in all of the products right now, especially in the US. If you know Tesla, their Tesla cars are now equipped with IPA. Formula One teams now use IPA, and a lot of businesses and groups are using IPA, even in the retail business. No, so to give you an idea about IPA, here's another clip on how to break the routine and break through to the future. So let's watch.
Stop. Is this really what you want to do? Sit there and enter data while the world outside enters the next millennium? Or would you rather join it? You should be adapting, evolving, reimagining the way people interact with everything, from banking to insurance to healthcare to really anything. You should be improving your customers' experience and your employees' life experience. You should be taking your business operations from good to better to the very best there ever was. Don't worry, the busy work will still be there. You just won't see it. Say hello to IPA. This isn't just any ordinary automation, because IPA learns every time it automates. So what's fast today will be faster tomorrow, giving you the freedom to take this and turn it into this or this. And did we mention this? While you're busy doing the work of a human, it's mining through trillions of interconnected data points and analytics all the way back from, say, 0.003 seconds ago. Think fast. That unlocks critical insights that empower you to think bigger. No, bigger. Bigger. Want to keep going? Because IPA won't just simplify and inform, it'll augment your abilities, tapping into your unrealized potential, allowing you to fundamentally challenge the very limits of space, time, and business operations. With IPA, everyone in your company, at every level, becomes more than just a game changer. They become game definers. Yep, even that guy. And getting there is easier than you think, because you can team up with us, a market leader who's been here many times and knows each journey is unique. A partner who won't just show you the path, but will walk alongside you every step of the way. A partner who knows that to become the best version of yourself, all you need is to break from the routine and break through to the future.
So these are the current trends right now. There are a lot of trending technologies, but these are just a few, and these are we personally believe these are the hot and trending topics right now globally. So I would like to discuss more trending technologies and tools, but it would take so much of our time. It would take a whole day for me to discuss that. So I'll just proceed with just a brief introduction of our company. So There. Cognizant is one of the world's leading professional services companies, transforming clients' business, operating, and technology models for the digital era. And we innovate with a purpose, and we help businesses modernize. Here are the numbers. I think we have a more updated numbers for this year, but for now, I'll show you these. And in Cognizant Philippines, here are our values: client focus, empowerment, passion, collaboration, transparency, and integrity. And our global core values here. And we have two main sites. We have at the gig headquarters, which is in McKinley, and we also have one in Cebu. And we also have satellite sites, which later on I will discuss. So what kind of opportunities do we have for you? So I'll just skip this clip. No? Yeah. We have a service line called AI and Analytics, and we are hiring for Informatica developers, business intelligence developers like Tableau or Power BI, Python developers, Azure or AWS data engineers or data architects, and big data management developers. We also have a service line called Quality Engineering and Assurance for manual testers, functional testers, and automation testers. Digital engineering, these are the back end openings for Java, .NET, and full stack Java developer. And again, digital experience. We are hiring front end React developers, Angular JS developers, Node.js front end developers, Adobe Experience Manager developer, Drupal developer, and our mobile developers. We are also hiring for UI and UX designers. You know, well, for creative viewers right now, I would suggest that you learn more about tools like Figma, Sketch, what else? Proto.io, Marvel, Craft, and Sure. Those are just a few of the technologies that commonly requested by our hiring managers under UI and UX design. So aside from IT related openings, we also have our digital business operation, more on the BPO side. We have video sharing account, medical equipment account, retail account, fintech account, cloud computing account, insurance account, and even life sciences or healthcare account, like you're hiring for PHRNs, USRNs, RPH, and other allied health courses. So our work sites are in Quezon City, which is along C5, Taguig, Alabang, Bataan, and Cebu. And you can find our openings through our career site, or you can just visit our jobs180.com page, jobs180.com/cognizantph there. So down to our last slide, I would just like to leave you guys a message. When the boat started shaking, that is during the start of the pandemic, we stayed on course and didn't lose focus. That made the difference. So instead of seeing this pandemic as a challenge, we took this as an opportunity, and we kept our head above water. So that's how we innovate, and that's how we improve ourselves. So that's it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you for that, Sir Aaron. So to our audience, again, opening the floor for questions. They actually we actually received their questions before Pastor the talk, so I'm gonna read some of it. May we ask how to present portfolios that will make you outstanding? Because you mentioned, sir, yung mga I don't know what those are, parang coding languages or something. How do they present these portfolios to the hiring managers or to you to the recruiters?
Yeah, I think most of you guys have your Behance portfolios now, and I keep on receiving a lot of portfolios like that. So what I can say is it would depend on the market or on the project that you're applying for. First of all, research on the company that you're applying. You know. If it's more on the retail side, of course, I think a lot of uh, well, it would depend on the market that the business is catering. No, if they are more on if their theme, if the theme of the business is more on the monochromatic theme, then they would like some classy type of presentation in your portfolio. Because I have a brother who is also on the multimedia arts, and he already, I mean, he also has his Behance portfolio, and it's a chop suey kind of portfolio because he applied to a lot, or I mean, in different companies catering for different markets. No, so it would really depend on the company. What I can suggest is you research first. If you're targeting certain companies, research them first and their target markets, and then that's where you start building your portfolio. You cannot just make your portfolio. Well, you can do that, but if you're really targeting a specific market, specific company, you should research first and then build up your portfolio based on that.
All right, thank you for that, sir. Is it advisable to like alter the portfolio for whatever company that you're applying for? Like you have one, like a general one, and then you have one for retail, you have one for tech, you have one for games, for example. Is that like advisable? I don't know. I'm just saying things. I don't understand these things.
You can have a separate portfolio for different types of genre.
I think we lost Sir Aaron. Ayan. Let's wait for him to. Sayang, I have another question. um, we are experiencing a couple of glitches. Can we play a short video? Yes. we're back. Ayan, sir. Sorry, naputol po yung answer nyo a while ago, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. So as I was saying earlier, you can do the separate portfolios naman. But what I usually receive on my end is that they have this consolidated portfolio where they have this gaming portfolio. They have this retail. They have this food and bev related portfolio, all in one portfolio. So you can do that as well, because you can present to your hiring managers that you are very versatile. You have a diverse skill set. So I think that's much better.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What is the culture of the creatives in the IT industry? Like, would you like describe them as chill, or could you please this could you just, because our audience would be joining the industry soon, so they'd like to know what's the team like, or what it's like.
Um, they're also human. No, they have different personalities, but the common thing that I find is that they are really straightforward in terms of communication. Kasi what I notice is for example, data analytics people, for back end people, they are the I hope I won't offend any back end people, no, but most of you guys are somewhat like introverts, no. uh, you're very analytical kasi. That's the reason why. Compared to front end people and for those who are really creative, UI UX designers, they're really voicing out their thoughts very straightforward. That's in terms of behavior at work. But of course, as a human being, I think we are all the same. No? It would actually depend on the type of work environment. Then, how would you position yourself and your behavior dun sa type of work environment na yun.
Thank you, sir. Last question for this session. What are your tips or advices for those who are doubting their current career path?
Okay, if you're having doubts on your current career path, as early as now, you should evaluate not just what you want, no? Hindi naman po pwedeng laging kung ano na lang yung gusto mo, yun na lang yung magiging factor mo. You should also consider yung takbo ng market, yung takbo ng industry. What would happen in the world in the next few years? What will be the in-demand career in the next 5 years, 10 years? Kasi sabihin natin, if you want to just stay on the UI UX field, no, for the rest of your life, hindi naman po pwedeng hanggang dun ka na lang, di ba? You won't upskill yourself because eventually the UI and UX can also be automated na, to be honest with you, no, according sa data ng consumers. So better if you can on top of your UI UX or front end development skills, you should also try to explore other skill set, like how you can integrate data visualization into the back end, side for the whole cycle, for the full cycle. So there, if you're having doubts, evaluate not just yourself but how the market is now, and how will the market be in the next coming years. And have a mentor, no, it's not easy to decide everything on your own. So please find a mentor na mapapagkatiwalaan, yung reliable na mentor, and has a really good track record. And that track record is a sign na you can rely on that mentor on some advice and what to do next in your career.
Thank you for sharing, Sir Aaron. So, to our audience, if you wish to look at vacancies over at Cognizant, the link is jobs180.com/CognizantPH. So, habang di pa kayo nakagraduate, if you want to look at what are the positions that you can get into in the future, that's where you go. Ayan. So, Sir
And
Aaron,
Miss
thank you again.
Sherry, can I
Go
add?
ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sir.
I encourage everyone viewing this to use jobs180.com because we will be having a project, an automation project where we will just extract all the applicants via jobs180.com. So your application process will be very, very fast. So if you're interested in joining Cognizant, I advise that you use jobs180.com for a faster application process. Yun lang.
Thank you, Sir Aaron. And we look forward to having you, sir, in other future webinars, sir. Thank you. Have a great day, sir. All right. So thank you. That's it, guys. We are done. So to officially close our session for this afternoon, we would like to call in Miss Jessica Ray Deagle, Internal Career and Placement Officer for CIIT College of Arts and Technology, to give us their closing remarks.
Hello, CAI students,
Hello,
staff,
CIIT
instructors,
staff,
and all who joined
instructors, and
us for
all who
today's
joined us
learning
for
session.
today's learning
We would
session.
like to thank the
We would
Jobs
like to thank
180
the
team
Jobs
led by
180
Mr.
team
Kim
led by Mr.
Chua and the teams and speakers from the industry, Accenture Philippines, and Cognizant. We hope that everyone who attended the session, especially the teachers, students, job seekers, receive new knowledge and insight from the creative and tech industry and how to prepare for your future job employment needs. We would also like to remind everyone who participated to please accomplish the evaluation form to get your e-certificate of participation. Thank you and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, guys. The evaluation link will be put in the comment section, and we'll also put it on the screen. So please evaluate within the day. So this will be the basis of your attendance, and also from Miss Jessica, the basis for your e-certificates. Ayan. So thank you for watching, guys. Please watch out for the next set of webinars that we are hosting this week and also next week. If you ever are interested in any of those sessions, the topics are posted on our Facebook page. So just choose an event that you want to join in, and you're welcome to join in any of those sessions. So we thank you, guys. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye, guys.
Change. It happens when you least expect it, but also when you embrace it. At Accenture, we help the world's biggest brands thrive through change. Our people combine technology and creativity, expertise and experience, learning and collaboration, passion and purpose to make a difference for our clients, their customers, our company, and our communities. Behind every great change is a great human. Bring your skills, your curiosity, and your true self to your work every day. Let's do incredible things. Let's deliver on the promise of technology and human ingenuity.